Humans, put on your dunce caps, slap on a silly grin. It's time to celebrate April Fool's Day, which should be our most important and universal holy day because it honors all humanity, regardless of race, nationality, or religion. As any fool can see, Lord, what fools these mortals be. And this is Scoop Nisker with the lowdown and far out. All we have to do is to see a fool is look in the mirror and check out the mid-sized mammal reflected there. A self-conscious ape who is driven by instincts we barely understand. Each of us feeling ourselves to be the center of the universe, so full of purpose and importance, trying hard to look dignified in spite of our protruding ears and noses. And then look closer in the mirror and notice the outline of the skull, and remember that in the end, the joke's on all of us. And on this first April Fool's Day of the George W. Bush administration, we are called upon to offer a special award to President Bush for actions beyond the call of foolishness, actions which make him eligible for the title of complete idiot, such as the president's decision to restrict U.S. aid to family planning clinics around the world, because what is certain to make everything worse and everyone more miserable is more people. After all, everybody's got problems. So, the more people there are, the more problems there will be. It's so obvious you'd have to be either a politician or a pope not to figure it out. Besides, it's starting to look like maybe we got God's original instructions wrong, and what he really said was, go forth and add. Another reason for giving Bush the Complete Idiot Award is his insistence on building a Star Wars missile defense. And the question remains, who are we defending ourselves against? Maybe it's the Azerbaijanis, but more likely it's the North Koreans who recently developed a medium-range missile called the No-Dong. How can anyone be afraid of a missile called the No-Dong? No dong, no problem. So come on, George, put all your anti-missiles back in your pants. But President Bush deserves a very special idiot award, along with a nose tweak, a raspberry, and an ear twist for refusing to put restrictions on industrial carbon dioxide emissions and for refusing to support the Kyoto Treaty on greenhouse gases. And I wonder if his own children's children will be coughing and sweltering even as they curse him. It has become clear to most scientists in recent years that we are cooking ourselves, and perhaps the only question that remains is whether the ozone will disappear first and we will be microwaved, or the greenhouse gases will get us and we will be poached. Would you like fries with that? But of course, we all get April Fool's Awards this year for moving faster and faster on the energy of caffeine and greed, for driving around in steel boxes that require fuel from the other side of the planet, for crazily consuming and dot-comming ourselves into a stupor, and all of it supposedly done in the pursuit of happiness. And in light of our foolishness, April Fool's Day should be turned into a major holiday with a whole weekend for public rituals, like a mass mooning of each other, or a simultaneous, worldwide, forehead-slapping ritual with a loud collective dope. Okay. Let's do it together. Get your palms ready. Okay. Anyone who had any money in the NASDAQ, dope. All right. Anybody who thought that deregulating the energy companies was a good idea, dope. Anybody who thought that meditation would solve all their problems, dope. Everyone who believes that someday they will, quote, get it all together, dope. See how good it feels? Every April Fool's Day, we should hold a mass public confession of our foolishness, admit that in spite of our powers of reasoning, we still can't figure out why we're alive, we can't seem to conquer death, or even invent a noiseless Velcro. Our collective fool's confession will feel real good, because once we admit we're fools, we can relax. We no longer have to live up to some ridiculously high standards of decorum and intelligence. As the great Taoist philosopher Chuang-Tzu says, those who know they are fools are not the biggest fools. And this is Scoop Nisker suggesting that tomorrow you spend some time making funny faces at yourself in the mirror Admit you're a fool and rejoice, and remember, if you don't like the news,